Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Leland Green Podcast. Your host, as always, Leon. And I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday wherever you're listening to me on. And if this is the first time, welcome aboard. And I hope you're having a great listen. So today's episode is going to be about PayPal. As you guys already know, up the title on top. So we're going to discuss today on PayPal. And that's pretty much a big story I wanted to bring up on today's show. But before we begin, I wanted to bring up a few words of our sponsors. And for today's sponsors are Brave. Brave is a browser I've been using for a good while now. And I've been using Brave for the past 2 years. I love Brave. And I think I'm now coming close to 3 years now, which is very, very nice. And I love Brave. And the best thing about Brave is that it already has built-in Tor. And so that right there, you don't have to go through another browser like the Tor browser. Now, only if you wanted to, too. Now, there are still things that the Brave Team Brave is working on. And they're always improving the browser, and which I love about Brave. Brave is very, very secure. And anybody can use it, including your grandmother or your younger son, if you want them to use it over Google's Chrome. Unlike Google's Chrome, it doesn't even have the privacy compared to Brave, which is a no-go, and I never ever going to use Chrome again. Now with Brave, one of the key features behind Brave is that what I liked about Chrome is that with Brave, it already has Chromium extensions that you've already seen with Google Chromes and Google Web Store, which is nice. And so that's something that they haven't taken away, which is amazing. Brave is something I recommend to anyone if you are an average user like me, or you want to just put yourself a step high. Go ahead and use Brave. What are you waiting for? Then next, we have Podbeam. Podbeam is a hosting provider that I use for my podcast and publish my podcast each and every week. And Podbeam is something I always tell to my friends, my family about. If you're going to start off using a good paid provider, Podbeam is the way to go. And that was something I've started using early on this year. And before, that's pretty much when I made the transition from Anchor to Podbeam. And I think Podbeam is a wonderful, wonderful hosting provider and does the job. And for me, I love it. And I think it just does a lot of good things. And plus, there's no limits how much you can post up on Podbeam, which is a great way just to use Podbeam and to post all your audio. And now, however, you can post many audio MP3s as much as you want each and every week with that hosting provider. Or if you are running into a different service such as video and audio, there are other plans included with that too. And it comes with a business plan, unless if you have a business that you run. Podbeam is the way to go. And for any reason that you need Podbeam, their customer support is one of the best. And I do love their services too. That I do recommend. Then following after that too, another hosting and statistical provider is Blueberry. And Blueberry, I've been using it for statistics and to check up how many people have downloaded my episodes. And also that the hosting part of Blueberry is fantastic too, and there's pretty much less downtime, and the customer service is amazing with Blueberry. I definitely recommend checking them out if you can, and if you're looking to serve yourself for the first time as well. And now the best thing about Blueberry, that which I am definitely considering, is the hosting that they provide. And the price on Blueberry is $12.99 a month, and like Podbeam. It is $14.99 each month as well. So there's a small price difference between the two, which I like using both of these providers for many different reasons. So, but however, go ahead and check them out as well. And if you use any of them, you pretty much be using Podbeam or Blueberry 1 month free 30-day trial, and after 30 days, there'll be a charge coming through your card from there on afterwards too. Then last not least, if you wanted to go ahead and help me support my channel financially, Pod Hero it is one of the best, and I've used Pod Hero to support other creators as well. And if you are looking to support me financially each month, it is $5.99 a month, and helping my podcast and keeping my podcast alive as much as I can, because I know things are getting tough. If you want to support my podcast each month, it's always helps out for anyone to put down $5.99, and I will always do my best to bring in awesome and amazing content of tech news each week, opinions, and different things I would love to bring up here up on the Leon LeGray Show, and which helps me a lot. If you wanted to support me through Pod Hero, that would be super as well. I'll have the links down below in the show notes below. So with that further said, thank you so much, and now on with the show. All right, down with the show right here. So just to get right down on it, I want to just go ahead and let everybody know that this news of the week of technology, and for those that have listened to me in the past, that have been listening to me on past episodes and my position on Bitcoin, I will say that I am a fan of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, you name it, and so many cryptos that I am a fan of, and some I'm not. So with that further said too, now the biggest news that came on since last week, in fact, I definitely want to go ahead and bring this up because it is very important that this has to be said, because for some time now, and I've been following this up on, I would say, a couple years now. I think the longest I've been following up the crypto news was, I would say, about 2014, 2015, and where PayPal was actually in the midst or talking about for a couple years now to about putting adding cryptocurrencies into just into their PayPal system. So what does this all mean? And this means this is a really good sign of the crypto space. And if you are in the crypto space, you are going to definitely be in it for the long run. And I have to say, if you have just jumped on the crypto space early enough, then you are in it for the ride, my friends. Because for one, I want to just let you know that as when this announcement came in this week, and pretty much all over everywhere else, there's been news on it, articles left and right, and which they've now PayPal have now announced that PayPal is going to be integrating cryptocurrencies. So that is a big step in the right direction with PayPal now. And I've listened to many people, especially pro crypto versus anti crypto. And I know I won't get into the debate on it, but one thing I would say is that if this is going to lead to bringing in options for people in the crypto space, what I will say about it is a great opportunity to jump on board. So, and it is looking like it's going to be a good thing for PayPal, because PayPal has been talking about for a very, very long time. Now, I'm going to get into this article and read you about this article on MSN Money. And in this article, here it states that the cryptocurrency sector went into tailspin last week as news reports finally confirmed long-running rumors that PayPal start to support digital assets. According to a press release on the company's website, PayPal users will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, namely Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, within their PayPal accounts. And let me just stop right there just to mention this right here too. Now, I think the moment right there, I think it's about, it just opens the door to the crypto bugs. I honestly think that there's going to be crypto bugs that are going to be using it. And I think this is going to be a big, big leap for cryptocurrency users to use it. And I will get into more on my opinion, but first let's continue on, because this is a very exciting, because when I checked on the numbers, and the numbers on cryptocurrencies is now on 13K the last time I checked on coingecko.com. And continue on MSN Money, which it says news comes thanks to a partnership with regulated crypto firm Paxos Trust Company. PayPal also confirmed it has been awarded a first of its kind condition bit license by the state of New York. Although the service will only be available to US users for now, it seems inevitable that PayPal will seek to roll out to more countries in time. So it's just only on US soil right now. And to me, oh, really? So I almost figured that they would have done this probably for international users as well. Ooh, I have a kind of a problem with that then. All right, well, so getting on with that, continue on the article. Aside from giving PayPal users the ability to buy and sell crypto, the company's announcement came with even bigger news. The utility of cryptocurrencies will gain a major boost next year when PayPal makes cryptocurrencies available as a founding source for purchase. More than 26 million merchants worldwide accept PayPal, and the crypto integration requires no charge on their part, as the company will settle all transactions in the merchant's chosen fiat currency. Shop with cryptocurrency. For the cryptocurrency sector, PayPal's announcement is huge in terms of making digital assets available to a more mainstream audience of potential new adopters. According to one analysis on Twitter, there are around 187 million Bitcoin users compared to PayPal's global base users of 484 million. The news sent both the price of Bitcoin and PayPal's share price skyrocketing. Bitcoin was trading up by more than 1,000 to a new yearly high of 13K last Wednesday, while PayPal stocks climbed around 5% to 211. That right there, folks, I will say this is exciting news. But however, I have my opinions about this right here in setting with PayPal. And with PayPal, I have my own criticism with PayPal. And when I see PayPal, though I have mixed feelings with this. And for one, I know a lot of people are not going to be bothered by it. And I have to put it this way. I'm a full-time PayPal user ever since the late 2000s. I've been using it for eBay purchases, Amazon purchases, and for my business, selling stuff on eBay. Now, that right there, I have no problem right there too. And one of the things I would say, if now you can use it to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Now, for the business aspect. Now, are can people pay use PayPal and use the Bitcoin currencies and those cryptocurrencies to pay through PayPal other than other than the wallet or the other merchant or the other merchants one accounts like coin payments or I forgot our Coinbase, right? See, that's one of the things I wanted to find out when you are making payments through people. Now, that's one thing I want to find out how that's gonna work for one, and especially right there too. Now, and then the second thing is that if you were to buy PayPal, pay with pretty much, let's say if you're converting USD and convert it to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Litecoin, right? Oh, how will how will that work? And also, are you able to make payments or are able to buy Bitcoin and trade it off outside the PayPal network? Now, I'm sure there's people that say, "Oh, you can still do that, right?" But thing is, though, this is very, very new to PayPal. PayPal has never done cryptocurrencies before, and that's one thing that I'm speculating right now as a crypto user. Now, and one of the thing about it is that I can go ahead and go and use my a wallet such as Edge wallets or Atomic wallets and make my purchases from USDs to any of the third party exchanges. So, and that's where I there's one problem that comes down with it too, is if you're able to do that and pretty much take your cryptocurrencies outside the PayPal network, are you able to do that? So that's one thing as well. And secondly, when now reading the article is it's only going to be available for US users, right? So pretty much if I want to send cryptocurrencies to probably a friend over in Europe, right? And and PayPal, their PayPal, and let's say in their country doesn't have cryptocurrencies for their PayPal. So how's that going to work, right? If if they can't really have if they don't have cryptocurrencies available onto their PayPal, right? Because thing is though, each user base is very very different, and that's where it comes to a fault. For one, I understand that it's gonna all these things takes time and they have to go through regulators in order to have cryptocurrencies to get involved with different countries, right? And so right now it's only available for US users, and I'm sure that many people that's not very very familiar with crypto, it's not going to be something that a lot of people are going to just jump by and say, "Oh, this is really really neat. I'm going to just jump right into it." Not really. It's actually much harder for the boomers to understand what cryptocurrency is. Now, the problem with people from the old age, like the baby boomers, and I've spoken with a baby boomer about this, and he does analytics and stocks, all that jazz, and he has so much confidence on the dollar that the dollar will continue to be the global currency. And however, when the economy is on a turn right now too, that's one thing you have to speculate is how much confidence do the older generation is going to start using cryptocurrency, while the new generation like me, like the millennials and the Gen Zs, are going to are already waking up to the point that, look, this is not something that we are going to be looking onto advice to the older generation like Gen X and boomers. And that's where a lot of people are getting into cryptocurrencies, starting to understand what cryptocurrencies is about. And so that's the big trend. And why people are just not getting into the dollar and saving, putting their they're not saving, putting their money into a bank. Instead, they're buying, trading their dollars into cryptos, and so that's the big thing. A very much of a popular thing right now for the younger generation. And so with PayPal, they can definitely see this as a big opportunity. And with PayPal, they've only carried out a couple of plenty of fiat currencies. Now that's one thing that PayPal is going to have to adapt. Right now, it is just for cryptocurrencies. No, now who knows if they're going to start carrying Montero and Dash, all other cryptocurrencies that we're not aware of. Plus, there's so many altcoins. I'm not going to even come up right now. Now, this is huge news, and I'm assured that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to get into the trend. I think this is going to be so powerful right now, as we are seeing this unfold. And this is news like right now, out in the open. And right now, as I'm reading, the source that's coming from this is an interesting one. A source coming from entrepreneur.com, which pretty much reported the same thing, which says PayPal is leaping into cryptocurrency market. Starting in the next few weeks, users in the US can buy and sell Bitcoin and several other digital currencies on the platform. Early next year, you'll be able to use cryptocurrencies to pay for goods at more than 26 million merchants who use PayPal. They won't receive payment in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, or Litecoin, though PayPal will instead settle payments in fiat currencies such as the dollar. Okay, that's cool. At least I would say that at least they've made it um, made it better for me to understand how that's going to work out too, and how the transaction is going to work out. So because I know there's people outside the United States that uses PayPal for several reasons, and especially for businesses. So that's a very big thing that we're seeing with people using cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrency is only going to rise for the long run. And as the dollar that is shrinking value, this is where how I see that this is going to become huge news. More This is going to be news that's going to continue to rise for cryptocurrency and continue to become mainstream. And I know that there are speculators are saying that maybe cryptocurrencies won't be as mainstream as some of these um, Bitcoiners think. But if you look at it right here, I think this will become mainstream. There's going to be holding into more value than the U.S. dollars, the Hong Kong dollar, Canadian dollar, or any other currency around the globe, while the fiat currencies are shrinking in value for several reasons. This is why you see that happening right there too. I mean, I don't even think gold people are gonna look into gold as an asset. And though yes, it is real money, but I don't think a lot of people are gonna just carry a satchel full of gold and silver coins. That's just not realistic. Now, now I am going to continue reading over here, which actually this pretty much sparked to me because something interesting just came up here in the article, which says the company will provide information to help account holders understand blockchain tech and digital currency ecosystem and the risk of opportunities related to investing in cryptocurrencies. It won't change users' service fees to buy or sell cryptocurrencies through the end of the year, and you won't have to pay any fees for holding it into your PayPal wallet. Ooh, neat. And then continuing on, PayPal also plans to bring cryptocurrencies to Venmo in the first half of 2021 in hopes to allow users in some other countries to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. Next year, too, the New York State Department of Financial Services has granted its first conditional bit license to PayPal. The company's CEO, Dan Schulman, told Reuters that PayPal hopes to move will encourage global uptake on cryptocurrencies. The service is also preparing for central banks and corporations to sell their own virtual currencies. PayPal cites a survey of central banks suggesting a tenth of them are also aiming to roll out digital versions of their currencies within the next few years. Okay, so let's stop right here. So I definitely wanted to digest this website and pretty much give my take on this one here. So I have a problem with this. Is one thing I will say is using PayPal would be something I have to say I will consider using it in some degree. I wouldn't fully trust it because you look at it right here, because PayPal is still centralized and it is very, very centralized, and it is also regulated through banks. And one of the things I will say and disagree is you never want to keep all your money in one basket. Very dangerous idea too. If you look at it this way, it is not the best idea to hold your crypto and to a PayPal that isn't going to work. It's not going to work for the long run. I mean, you're better off holding your cryptos in like I mentioned before, Atomic Wallet, Edge Wallet, or some other wallet right there too. And if so, you can put it into an exchange if you want to, which I'm okay putting your cryptos into a local exchange. I have no problem with that as well. But with PayPal, no, I say that this is probably be a big deal with this for PayPal, because I understand that there's people that uses PayPal a lot and they don't want to switch to any other wallet, or probably the fact that using a wallet may be difficult, when in reality it is not difficult to use a wallet. Anybody that has a brain can start learning how to use your own wallet. Not difficult at all, and you can do that. And I have several wallets in my phone, and you can start opening up your own wallet and not having to rely on a centralized network like PayPal. And now that's one thing I have mixed feelings towards this as well. Though I never had too many issues with PayPal. Probably very little issues with PayPal. I never had like the huge chargebacks where a lot of streamers complaining about the chargebacks, where they were getting reported by people that donated money and then they've asked for chargebacks. That's not what I'm talking about, of course. But the one I'm talking about where PayPal ends up closing your account for ill reasons, and if PayPal doesn't like you for any reasons, or if you support another if you support a campaign that has something to do with something else, or an organization that PayPal doesn't support, then they will close your account. Now, if you're using PayPal for laundering, then yeah, I can see why PayPal will close it if you're doing it for illegal reasons. Several other reasons. Now, I won't get into those type of reasons, but I know that PayPal has definitely has some shady things that I don't 100% trust, and I'm sure that there are going to be fools out there. They're going to put 100% of their trust on PayPal and not think about this twice. Now, if you look at Venmo is part of PayPal anyway. So why am I going to go out and put my cryptos on Venmo? Doesn't make entire sense. But there's people out there that will do it, that really do it, but they'll still put their trust on Venmo, which is quite crazy. But let's continue on the entrepreneur.com. PayPal is joining on other major digital payment companies such as Square in supporting cryptocurrencies, which, oh, geez, well, finally. However, PayPal did note that virtual currencies can be volatile, while transactions can be slower and more expensive than other payment methods. So, it's probably worth exercising some caution when it comes to dealing in cryptocurrency on PayPal or anywhere else, which is true. Very, very true. Because thing is though, cryptocurrencies has its lows, and it'll be times that cryptocurrency will have its highs depending on the market. So that's one thing is, for if you are dealing with PayPal, just remember, have some extra wallets on you. Do not get full on this too. And I know that the price of cryptos rose early this week, and probably that's going to make it healthy for the cryptocurrencies over time. And am excited that there's going to give more options to users and to use that currency and let people use it. I think it is an amazing adoption to finally starting to use after many years of talks with PayPal. Now, that's one thing too. If you are using a centralized network like PayPal, I will tell all my listeners to be careful, because you will lose everything. Everything. I mean, if you look at all the available wallets that's out there right now, I would say that please open up a wallet somewhere. It doesn't matter what wallet it is, but I will say that just open up a wallet like Atomic or Atomic Wallet, Letrum, or whatever it may be. Look it up a wallet for yourself and do that. It's very, very easy to learn these things yourself too. And one last thing I will mention is that if you open a wallet, for goodness sakes, keep it together. Do not lose it at all costs. And that's pretty much the only news I have about PayPal right there too. And I can go in a bit of a tangent with PayPal on what there are things I will say that sure there are some benefits right there too. And look, I'll put it this way too. PayPal, it definitely is going to start opening some doors. People that have never used cryptocurrencies for the first time, and I'll rest assured that there's going to be more markets out there. I know like the biggest market right now is Overstock. And Overstock, you can actually buy your furniture, your electronics on Overstock with Bitcoin. I think that's like the biggest thing that they've done so far. And if you want to buy electronics through crypto, Newegg is pretty much open, so you can go ahead and go and use go to your Newegg and purchase it right there. It's amazing. It is amazing that there are other adoptions. And now a big one, which questions me the most, like Amazon. I swear though, Amazon, they would have had open up the doors to cryptocurrencies. I don't get it. Why they haven't done it? It is beyond me that they haven't adopted cryptocurrencies, and how come? I have no idea. And to me, it would be about time that Amazon and other companies should start adopting to the crypto, to cryptos like Montegro, Bitcoin, all these digital currencies. Because there's so many people out there that are going to move away from the dollar with the potential crisis going on right there too. And yes, so we will expect some lows on the dollar and highs on the cryptocurrencies on the year 2021. So, and that's one thing right there is I know there's been a lot of politicalization and a lot of things I will say about this, which hopefully I will go ahead and extend just a little bit before I close out, which is the reason for this collapse right there is, for one, we're still on a unhealthy economy right now too, because of the pandemic, which obviously this is probably faulty right there. But however, there are forces that's pretty much out of our reach. So that's one of the things I would say in the basis right there, that we are in what we are in right now. And secondly, right there too, that I think a lot of people are gonna wake up and find out, if I can use this for money, then count me in, because people are starting to realize that all this funny money that people that have been using for many years are we're gonna be in impending doom when the dollar is gonna collapse, while the cryptocurrencies is gonna start skyrocketing too. Because very recently, I've noticed my cryptocurrencies, my wallet has been rising in value, which is a great thing too. And for anyone that is getting on the train for the first time, please take a look and you won't regret it. So, that being said, I love to hear your opinions down on the iTunes below. All dubly dubs, what you have to say. Do you think that cryptocurrency is the way to go? If not, let me know on a review. What do you think about that as well? In my latest commentary on Bitcoin, do you think that you're going to use PayPal to store all your cryptocurrencies, or some of it as well? Either or, I'd love to hear all your takes from today's episode. All right, everybody, that will be all. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Ciao.